I gave up my dream job to care for my dying mom, then found out my sister secretly put her in a home and used the care money to fund her healing retreats. When I confronted her, she laughed. "You were always the martyr. So go martyr some more." 2 days later, I took everything, including the house she thought was hers. I had just unpacked the last box when the call came. Mom's health had taken a sharp turn. Years of slow decline turned into weeks of chaos. Without a second thought, I gave it all up, my home, my plans, my so-called dream. I moved back into the same creaky house I'd escaped in my 20s, the one filled with fading wallpaper and heavier memories. It was supposed to be shared work. My sister said she'd help. She even had Mom's account routed through her, since I was going to be focused on day-to-day care. I didn't argue. At the time, I didn't have the energy to dig into logistics. I was bathing Mom, feeding her, holding her through the nights when her body trembled with pain or fear. Months passed in a blur. I thought we were united in this. My sister dropped by occasionally, bringing fancy supplements and long-winded stories about the retreats she was attending to stay grounded. I didn't question it. I figured grief shows up in strange ways for everyone. But something felt off. The account that was supposed to pay for groceries, medicine, utilities, it kept coming up short. I chalked it up to medical expenses ballooning beyond expectation. Until I saw a photo tagged online, my sister, half-naked in a crystal cave in Sedona, beaming, captioned with some nonsense about energy alignment. I confronted her in the driveway. She didn't deny it. She actually laughed. Said I always needed to feel like the suffering one. The martyr. Then she got in her car, sunglasses on, and drove off like it was just another Tuesday. That laugh rattled around in my head that night like a loose screw. 2 days later, I took everything. Turns out, Mom's house, the one my sister always assumed would be hers, had quietly been transferred into my name years earlier. Mom never trusted her, not with money, not with care. She told the lawyer during a lucid moment that I was the only one who ever stayed. So I stayed. And then I stayed some more, long enough to evict my sister when she came demanding her share. Long enough to redirect every cent that had passed through her hands and get a judgment against her for misusing funds. She hadn't just taken from Mom. She'd taken from the dead. Now, the house is quiet. Mom's things still smell like her. The air feels lighter, but there's weight too, the kind that comes with knowing the truth too late. I sit by the window some nights and wonder how two people raised in the same house could turn out so differently. She thought I was the martyr. Maybe I was. But martyrs don't usually get to win. This time, I did.